This video, just like many other videos, are about applied music theory. The topic shouldn't be scary, it's really simple, and that's why I prepared for you a free mini music theory course. It's completely free, and it's very easy to follow, and it's basically the key that is going to unlock all the other videos on this channel. Check it out, guitarinfusion.com, but for now, let's get into this video. Hey, David Wallman here. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, we are going to break the habit. This really is, in essence, what this channel is all about. If you've been watching for a while, you know that this is all about helping guitar players through the world develop their own musical personality, blah, 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 blah. But really, it has to do with breaking habits. These habits. If you start playing for a few weeks, soon you're going to get comfortable. And most of the times you're going to get comfortable with things like this. And some players get so stuck in that, nothing wrong with it, but so stuck that if they play a solo in A, it's going to sound like this. If they play a solo in E, it's going to sound like that. Or G. Nothing wrong with it, but you might be missing out. Fingers are taking over. And when they take over, they play the same things over and over. There's so much more you can do. That's what we're going to work on today, right after this. Hi, my name is David Wallman. Welcome to this channel, which is all about, you know what, I'm going to change today. Breaking habits. These guys, we're going to break that. First, let's ask ourselves why these guys, these fingers, play the same things over and over. It has to do with comfort zone, comfortableness. We like to do things that are easy, and there's nothing wrong with that, again. But with laziness comes lack of creativity and lack of expression. Let's take a look at a scale. Take a look at an A minor pentatonic scale. You were waiting for that one, right? We always do that. But minor pentatonic scale, the first position in this zone of the fretboard, 2 notes per string. Got 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, 5/8, and 5/8. Instead of seeing that scale as 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, and so forth, we are going to look at the physical aspect of that scale. In this case, we have 2 notes per string. That means that we have a left note and a right note. I talk about that a lot, but it's so essential, I think, in the way that I think that it's worth mentioning again. So we think left, right, left, right, left, right, and when we start playing that scale, the first thing that we do when we learn a new scale is to ascend or descend the scale with a succession of left, right, left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Again, nothing wrong with that. But if we do this too many times, there's almost like this invisible line that we tend to cross without thinking about it. And once we cross it, it's really hard to go back. That line is the comfortable line. Once you're too comfortable with it, then all the musical ideas that we're going to come up with when we quote unquote improvise, I say quote unquote because sometimes improvisation is not really doing something new. It's just recycling old licks. When we improvise, we tend to improvise with musical phrases that are built on that, left, right, left, right. So as soon as you play a left note, and that's from my perspective, a note closer to the neck, our fingers, in this case, not really our mind is kind of disconnected from that. Our fingers tend to go to the opposite. So if I played a left note, I'm going to play right. If I play a phrase with a right note, oh, well, what comes next? Well, a left one. And then a right, because I just played a left. So what does that do? That does musical phrases that are built on the same intervals. A note is really an interval because it's played in relation to either another note that you just played or something that you're playing over. These notes all have values, but if we always alternate, left, right, left, right, left, right, we're playing the same order of intervals pretty much all the time, and that gets very predictable. So that's what we want to break. In this case, where we're using the 2-note per string concept, this could work with 3-note per strings, arpeggios, it doesn't matter. It's breaking the habit. Let me show you how it's done. It's done by doing a series of exercises that our fingers are not going to be comfortable with first, and then eventually they will get comfortable, and we will be back in that zone. We just crossed the line of comfortableness again, and that's where we come up with other exercises. This is an ongoing thing. But instead, if we want to break the left, right, left, right, left, right, maybe we'll do right, right, right. 3 right notes in a row in a lead context, not a chord, because then, any chord could be seen as right, 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 or left, left, left. Right? But we are going to look at this from a solo perspective, so a melodic perspective, 1 note at a time. So right, right, right might be something within that pentatonic scale, something like this. Okay, that's different than, right? It's almost as if the notes that I'm playing here are really standing out. The character of those notes is brought out because they're playing in that succession of order. If I were to play right, left, right, left, right, well, really, we're kind of only hearing the first note and the last one. The last note has that value, it stands out. We're so used to hearing an ascending progression like that, right, left, right, left, right, that we're only hearing really the last note. Whereas if I do, oh, that's different. I haven't heard that idea that much, therefore I'm going to pay more attention to it. That's what's happening here. So that's one exercise, right, right, right. We do it that way. We could use any strings, of course. So if we back to our pentatonic, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So we could have something like, cool. Maybe we can reverse it. So instead of playing, strings 6, 5, 4, maybe I'll play 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's different than. It's different. It's definitely more uncomfortable, but that's what we want. If it's too comfortable, that's not what we want. Maybe we skip a string. Okay, maybe we just do a succession of left notes. Or maybe we have different types of patterns alternating left notes and right notes. Maybe we have on different strings, left, left, right, left. Why not? So left, left, right, left. That's cool. And you try different rhythm phrases with that. Or skipping notes. Same notes from the minor pentatonic scale that we're so used to, but different characteristics of these notes are being brought out because of the order of these notes. So this has to do with the order of the notes, but there are so many aspects of music that can be developed. The main goal, again, is to break the fingers taking over. If you are playing an improv, and in this case we're considering we're playing alone, no backing track, no band. Why? Because you can really focus on expression without relying on other elements. You're expressing something here musically. That's the research part. So we talked about the order of the notes, but you've got to think about communication skills when you're talking to someone. Or even now when I'm talking to the camera, I am taking elements of speech that I would use in real life communication skills and trying to transfer that in the camera, trying to make a connection with you in the future, when you watch this video, I'm bringing in all the elements that would happen on a one-to-one normal conversation, or trying to at least, and that could be applied to the instrument. So what does that mean? What are some of the elements in real-time communications that we can apply to this? Well, there are the basic ones. There's the rhythm aspect, right? I'm not talking with the same speech, same rhythm all the time because it would be very boring. I'm varying my pitch and my rhythm. There's also emotional things sometimes. See what I did there? I spoke a little bit softly. Well, that could be applied, and that does something, right? It maybe triggers your interest a little more. And by the way, soft notes are not necessarily the ones that are going to be hidden. Sometimes you pay more attention to the soft notes, right? You know what I mean? Why? Because it's not the softness of the notes. It's not the loudness of the note. It's the variety of velocity. If I'm speaking in that volume all the time, and then suddenly I tell you that there's a tomato behind you. Yeah, random, but you'll remember that. Or if I speak to you like this all the time, then at some point, if I say a sentence a little bit louder, you're gonna get it. You get it, right? That stands out. Okay, so it's the difference like that, and that's why also we're not doing anything with the backing track today. So let's try to apply these things. So think in terms of breaking the habit of the order of the notes, left, right, left, right, left, right, adding some rhythm, free form type of thing, just like if you were to speak with someone and just speak musically. What I just said there, and just speak musically. Taka, 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 taka. I could say it and just speak musically. And just speak musically. And just speak musically. And just speak musically. All those different ways of seeing the same sentence. This one. Not exactly the same, but the same idea. All these different ways of saying the same sentences, trying to bring back emotion to your music and trying to break the habit of playing mechanically. And yes, if you do this long enough, those kind of phrases will become very mechanical. Your fingers are going to start to be trained in that zone, and that's where you find a new idea. Maybe you want to develop something. Maybe that's kind of uncomfortable for me. So I'll play that long enough. Until it becomes a habit, and that's where I change my focus to something else. Musical development. That's what this lesson is all about. If you want to go further with this, I prepared for you a free PDF sheet with different scales that you can just take and explore. Thinking of that left-right concept, breaking the habit, just try to find different ways of playing that scale, adding some expression to your playing, different techniques, different things, and do it without a backing track. It's an exploration thing. It's finding who you are and what you want to say on this instrument and really trying to dig deep and find the things that make you. Honestly, I say this all the time, but I really believe it. If you're trying to clone another guitar player that you admire, you are short-selling yourself. The ideas that he has, that guitar player that you might really look up to, are great, but there's greater. And that's what you have to say on the guitar. So check out the link below to download those scales and explore, see what you come up with. Let me know what you think of this lesson. Thank you so much for checking it out. If this was your first visit, you should consider subscribing because every single week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, a new video like this one comes out, helping you on your journey to become a more expressive musician This is just your pencil. That's just a piece of wood. There's no music that comes from this. That's the tool you're using to express who you are to the world, and it's pretty awesome. Thanks for watching this. I'll see you next time. Practice well.